Hello. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Abel Jets Virtual Group live stream. I am your host, as always, Praising Falcon, founder and CEO of Abel Jets Virtual Group. I hope that you are doing well wherever you are watching this live stream from. And as you might see, this is like a rather unusual time for us to do live streams, isn't it? Usually we do streams on Friday evenings, but by the looks of my schedule, it appears that I can also fly and do a stream this evening on a Sunday evening here in Indonesia. Wherever you are watching this live stream from, please just adjust it to your own time zones. First things first, I would like to apologize for the delay as well, folks. This stream was scheduled to start at 7 PM local time, or I think that's like 1200 Zulu. At 1200 Zulu, but unfortunately I had some things that I need to do previously, so that's why we are late for about 15 minutes or so from the start of the live stream. Alright, we are back in Europe this time around, ladies and gentlemen. Flying the beautiful FlyByWire Airbus A32NX, which is a freeware aircraft. A freeware but high fidelity aircraft, should I say. We will be flying from the rich in history capital of Spain, from Madrid's Aeropuerto Adolfo Suárez in Barajas. We'll be heading towards the hometown of the infamous footballer Cristiano Ronaldo, ever since he was still playing in Manchester United up to Real Madrid, and now in Saudi Arabia as well, if I'm not mistaken. We'll be heading towards Funchal, ladies and gentlemen, on the island of Madeira. It's a Portuguese territory in the Atlantic Ocean. And the airport itself is named after the infamous footballers I've mentioned. It's called Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport. And besides the infamous name, the airport is also widely known for its challenging approach. It is situated near a hill and on a cliff, actually, where the other side of the airport is situated near a cliff and the other straight towards the ocean, which makes crosswind conditions very prevalent at the airport. It's going to be quite a challenge for us, especially if we are approaching the airport from its runway 05, which has this some sort of special R&P procedures that pilots need to fly, and they need to be trained prior to be permitted from flying the aforementioned procedures. Block time today is going to be about 2 hours and 40 minutes in the skies, folks, flying the Holi-Abel-Day A320NX, or A320neo to be precise. Holi-Abel-Day itself is the holiday airline or slash package holiday provider or charter airline, a subsidiary of Abel Jets Virtual Group. It's a very common business model here in Europe to have package holiday airlines such as Thomas Cook. Thomas Cook is no more.
Just traffic, easy 250 now repositioning the aircraft from the parking stand 360 to 358.
And there goes Lalu. Yes, as I mentioned, there are some other, say, players in the field, such as TUI. There's also Condor, Jet2 Holidays, etc. EasyJet Holidays is also there, which by chance, if you see that EasyJet A320neo just next to us, that's Lalu. Again, thank you very much, mate, for flying alongside us this evening. Hope you will enjoy the group flight. Alright, enough of me rambling. Let's head into the flight deck of the A320neo here, registered as Papa Kilo Hotel Alpha Delta, and bears the announced name of Ooang. I know it's an Indonesian registered aircraft, but you know, Abel Jets fleet can be interchangeable between regions around the globe, so be it. Oh, it's Uchap actually, it's not Ooang. Ooang is the A330neo, if I'm not mistaken. Gotta double check that. Alright. Let's head in. Yeah, as usual folks, relatively cold and dark cockpit. I haven't done anything else besides firing up the IRSs, firing up the electricals and aligning the IRSs, which please agree that they are now aligned. It's a good thing. Alright, before we do the pre-flight procedure, I'll just try to finalize the flight plan here through VATSIM, through a sim brief. And on the other hand, if you want to chat alongside with us, as usual, we are opening a company frequency at 123.210 MHz. In case that you want to chat alongside us in this group flight. Cool. Let me just try to speed up chase plane here. Unfortunately, it's a bit slow. There we go. We'll also turn on the integrated lights to give more contrast. There we go. Now let's switch to company frequency, shall we? Company calling. Hopefully he's in there. Lalo's repositioning his aircraft currently, so yeah, I think that's a thing or two. Alright, let me just check on flight radar 24 regarding the active runway at Madrid. Because the airport layout itself, as you can probably see, it's rather complex, considering that we don't have any ATC this time around. And that's alright. Okay. Please bear with me for a moment, folks. That's pretty strange. Let me just try to do that from my phone. Flight radar 24. Just checking what runway is currently being used at Madrid. Alright, 1-4 seems to be online. 1-4 left and 1-4 right for departure, and 1-8 left and right for arrivals, by the looks of it. Okay. The Baker's Lalo in the EasyJet A320neo, you can see. Alright, 1-4 left that'll be for us. Oh, I think 1-4 right is even closer, isn't it? Considering that we are currently parked at Terminal 4 here. Yeah, let's just take 1-4 right, shall we? Or the Charlie Sierra 2 Sierra departure. Well, at about 13 minutes worth of boarding fuel, just in case that they are bad weather surrounding us, and we'll also do sickbed avoidance. No sickbeds reported, which is good. Okay, let's generate the flight plan.
Company calling.
Go ahead, company. Here you 555.
Roger, siap.
Selamat malam Mas Amba, Mas Rusdi. Terima kasih sudah mampir ke livestream kami.
Selamat malam dan salam kapal-kapalan.
Salam kapal-kapalan. Cap ini BTW active runway itu ya. Berapa ya? 14 ya? 14R 14L ya? The actual altitude is rather
Iya
low.
bang, di SIM 14L untuk rekomendasinya. Tapi aku belum lihat di flight radar sih.
Just try to readjust the cost index here. Let's just do cost index 10. Oops. Oh lord. It's gone already. Fortune right. Okay, should be good now. Initial climb to flight level 310, that is folks. Very low though. There we go, fuel and
Di
feed.
flight radar 14R dipakai juga kok untuk departure.
Siap, Cap 14R aku pakainya jadinya ya.
Siap, siap.
Okay, let's sing. Alright, yo, we've got our flight plan generated. Let's reload sim brief and do the usual administrative stuff, should I say? USX is now loaded. Oh, flight plan. File it into VATSIM as well. The usual stuff. The nearest air traffic control office that's open is, sorry, the nearest air traffic control center that is
Ya,
currently
jadinya
open
for right,
is
Charlie Sierra for Bravo ya.
bukan tuh Sierra kah?
Bebas sih, tapi menurut gua lebih efisien mana?
Aku belum melihat prosedurnya sih. Bedanya yang Bravo sama Sierra apa ya? Kalau di sim brief bilangnya Sierra sih.
Oke, standby. Kalau gitu cek navigasi dulu.
Yep. Flightman pre-file into VATSIM. Charlie Sierra to Sierra. Just use that for now. Alright, flight plan has been filed into VATSIM. Alright. So, AOC menu, we'll do mid request. While it's doing that, we'll do the overhead procedure. And also greet Erica and her crewmates for this evening's flight. Hi Erica, welcome on board this afternoon's flight from Madrid to Madeira. I hope that you are doing well with your crew. As usual, if there is anything that goes out of the ordinary, please do let me know. I'm looking forward for a smooth journey together.
How's it, Abel? We're all set for a smooth flight. I'll keep you updated if anything arises. Looking forward to a great journey together.
He's so enthusiastic there, folks. It's a good thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
she's ready for
aboard
boarding already.
Holi-Abel-Day, Flight 72. Golf departing from Madrid and flying to Madeira. We have a total of 133 passengers.
Sebenarnya sih sama aja ya kelihatannya antara 4 Bravo and 2 Sierra. Tapi yang Sierra itu turn right after departure-nya tuh lebih jauh. Kalau yang Bravo dia lebih dekat aja.
Okay, Chef Cap, thanks for the info. Try to import that. Or Bravo, you said. He said that it's got a more efficient SID. Oh, this is one Charlie Sierra for Bravo. Oh, beloknya lebih jauh ya kalau yang tuh Sierra ini ya?
Yap, betul sekali.
Siap. Thank you, Cap. Which rather high elevation box, 10,000 feet is the MSA there. The airport itself.
Yang mana nih?
Kayaknya nggak terlalu ngefek juga nggak sih, aku males ganti sih, mungkin tuh Sierra sih aku. Kalau kamu mau for Bravo so aja nggak apa-apa.
Oke, siap.
Airport elevation is 2,000 feet, folks. About as high as Bandung by the looks of it. Very high airports. Okay, moving on to the pre-flight procedures, engine fire test, good APU flight test. Come on. Now we'll do catering for now, or refueling rather. In engine 2. Good. Rope beads coming on. Don't need those. AC lights on. What's the L8T? 28 degrees centigrade, folks. Can we connect an air conditioning unit or something? Yeah, it doesn't have one. I'll just fire up the APU then, I suppose, considering it's very warm outside. We're now calling for the fuel truck. Let's fire up the APU, shall we? The deck of Slalu in the EasyJet A320neo, as you can see on the left. Firing up the APU, so master switch can come on. We'll wait for several seconds and fire the APU. Figures are in it. Pitch done. That's not required. Yeah, I'll just go to the usual low in an Airbus, so it's diff rep data. Data looks good. Do unit request.
Please don't load the aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and asks to do.
Because the GSX fuel truck being connected to the right hand side fuel port of the A320. That's a rather slow unit request. Okay, uplink insert is in progress. There we go.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Yeah, aircraft is being refueled. Just take some time. Ground temperature is 28 degrees centigrade. Unfortunately, I don't have the Mach 2 unit here. It's quite a shame. What's the troposphere limit? Here, let me just check on the flight plan. Oh, actually, to do it here. There we go. Troposphere on cruise. +60. The init B payload. Our estimated zero fuel weight will be 55 tons with a zero fuel weight CP of 31.9. Fuel planning 5.2 required. We are uplifting 9.7, folks. Well, actually, I think we haven't done this. Oops. 60. That'll do, which means we can now pop in 9.7 tons. Is more than enough. APU is now available. Let's connect it to the bleed air source so that the passengers can breathe. Berth in it. Wind temperatures. We'll do wind data request. There goes that. Into the range. Yeah, I think we need to do this one by one for all of the flight phases. Climb. Descent wind as well. Do wind request. There we go. Good. Things have been data linked, which is good. Secondary is not currently available, unfortunately. And that's for the CBDLC. Departing runway 14 right. It's clear day. Charlie Sierra 2 Sierra for us this afternoon. No transition by the looks of it. Yeah, Charlie Sierra. Set. Good. Let's also start the boarding process. Status is normal. Initial climb. Let's see, what's the initial climb? Alright, 13,000 feet. Transition altitude will be 13,000 feet. Alright. Will do. 13,000. Go on the perf page. And let's see. There we go. Come on now. Right, 28 degrees centigrade, config 1 plus F, max on obviously, CG position, standard. Calculate. Oh, rather high takeoff V speeds there. Alright, that'll do. It's alright. Flaps 1, flexing 65. Boost reduction. Acceleration height. Oh, no, this is altitude rather, not height. By the looks of it. There goes the refueling tanker on the right hand side of the aircraft. We'll now do the departure briefing, shall we? Well, actually no. Just try to figure out if a certain NATP procedure is required, because I haven't read the charts. I've just came back home. Again, do a quick speed run. I mean, I know APU is currently restricted here, but we don't have any AC units that can be connected to the aircraft, unfortunately, and it's about 28 degrees centigrade outside. Departure. Now, this is what the data link, de-icing. Pushback direction, standard taxi, south config. It's a lot of briefing pages, folks. Runway 144, terminal 4. A356 we are currently at. Terminal 1, 2, 3. Three, 3, 5, 6.
Madeira traffic, Blue World 1505, pushing back from stand 576 into Echo Bravo 2.
India, Portugal India 304, that's standard route. India 43. Just try to figure out the pushback procedure here. Delta India 14213. Sierra 4. Okay, Sierra 4. Then standard pushback standard procedure. Standard routes. Sierra 3, transfer point 03, Sierra 2, Alpha 17, holding point Lima Charlie to Lima Delta, Lima Echo Romeo 3. Shoot, that's a lot of waypoints. Sorry, taxi routing. Sierra 2 to Alpha 17. Sierra 3. Alpha 18, Alpha 17. Alpha 17 already points Lima Charlie, Lima Delta. Alright. So we'll be heading towards Lima Charlie, crossing the runway threshold there. Lima Charlie, Lima Delta. Let's just take Lima Charlie. Okay, fair enough. Alright, departure briefing folks, we'll be pushing back from gate number 356 at Terminal 4 at Madrid Barajas International Airport. Pushing back towards the south, expecting runway 14 right for departure. We've discussed the taxi routing there, which is pretty complex. Departure's going to take us through the Charlie 2 Sierra departure. Fly over waypoint, which is this VOR, 13,000 feet or more. Initial climb to Mike Delta 030 on a course of 143 to 6,200 feet. Then to Charlie 2 Sierra, 031, maximum 240 knots, 8,800 feet. That is. Then flying towards heading 255 into the Charlie Sierra VOR at 13,000 feet or more. The transition altitude is standard. Transition altitude is 13,000.
Blue World 1505, taxi to holding point Kilo 1, runway 14 left via.
The MSA around the airport reference point is 10,000 feet all the way around. We've got some terrain on the northern side of the aerodrome to be concerned with, perhaps, by the looks of it. Continuing, in case we have an engine failure, loss of control of INCHI, we'll fly runway heading, maintain about 6,000 feet. Fortunately, we cannot set up a situational awareness ring here on the Madeira of the aircraft. It's not available, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll fly runway heading at about 6,000. Sorry, we'll fly runway heading 10,000 feet, which is the MSA on the ARP. 10,000 feet, retract the gears and flaps on schedule, then plan for return back to the aerodrome, expecting runway 18 left or 18 right. We'll figure those out. Primary threats for this afternoon will be pilot complacency, unfamiliarity with the region, as well as the complex taxiway procedure for the Madrid Airport. Boarding's now complete by the looks of it, and also high elevation airport, that is about 2,000 feet AGL. Besides any of those, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns, Cynthia? No? Alright, that should complete the departure briefing. Boarding's complete. We'll fill in the V-speeds now, because let's assume that we have received
from the flight deck.
our ventilation.
Captain, the first officer and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft.
You know what, folks, I'm starting to think that this is V1 Simulations voice.
Welcome aboard.
But is it? If you happen to know, then please do let me know. Say 159 according to SimBrief. 159, 159, 160, flexing 65. Good. Right, T. Let's boardings now complete. Where are the checklists? Okay, confirmation checklist. Gear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity 9.7 tons. Checked seat belts are now on. Fuel pumps can come on. Disconnecting the GPU there. A DS3 nav. Should be green as well. Green nav green. BRF 1011 on both. Cockpit preparation checklist is complete. Continuing to the before start checklist.
Blue Ward 1505 at holding point Kilo 1 runway
Park
14
brake
left.
is set. Takeoff speeds and thrust. V1 159, VR 159, V2 160, flexing 65 degrees Celsius. Thrust reduction and acceleration altitude 3,180 feet, as well as for the engine and acceleration altitude. Windows are closed. Beacon.
Madrid traffic, Blue Wall 1505, landing up to takeoff runway 14 left, Madrid.
Before start checklist is complete. Cabin crew, arm, doors and slides please.
Okay, Captain, all doors in park. Dear passengers, we have reached our final parking position.
Really?
Captain, Buzzer Abel and the cabin crew are now saying goodbye.
What?
We wish you a nice stay here in Madeira or safe ongoing travel.
Really? We haven't even pushed back. Come on now. I have a feeling that yeah, this might not work well. I mean, same tension status with the fly-by-wire aircraft. Let's announce our intentions through VATSIM. Onto, was it Delta 3? Yeah, Delta India 3. Madrid traffic, holiday 72 Golf pushing back from stand number 356 facing to the south expecting runway 14 right and pushing back into taxiway Delta India 3, Madrid traffic. To the south we go.
Madrid traffic speedbird 463 taxiing to holding point Kilo 1 runway 14 left via Echo Bravo 2 Golf 14 Kilo Alpha 1 to hold at Kilo 1 will report ready for departure. Speedbird 463 for Madrid traffic.
Do we have any FOD lines? We do have one by the looks of it, that right line. Let's fire up the engines after that. Right line has been crossed. Completely forgot about the chrono.
Crew, all doors in flight and cross-check. Welcome everyone on board on behalf of Holi-Abel-Day. We
Starting
are
engine number 1 in
delighted
sequence,
to
starting
have you
engine
with
1.
us on this flight. Holi-Abel-Day, Flight 72, Golf, departing from Madrid and flying to Madeira. Our captain today is
rising.
Faza Abel.
N1 rising,
First
GT
officer
rising.
is Cynthia Schmidt. Joining me in the cabin are my fellow crew members, Javier, Lucia and Mateo. The estimated flight time is 2 hours and 18 minutes. Now, I would like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated, as we may experience turbulence. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above your head. To use the mask, pull it towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth and secure it
brake
with
set.
the elastic band. Remember, put your own mask
Cockpit to ground, we have a good engine start, you may disconnect.
Cockpit to ground.
We also
We have a good
light
engine start.
located
You can
under your
disconnect.
seats. In the event
Number
of an
one,
evacuation
stabilize,
helicopter,
starting
remove
engine,
the vest from its
number-
container, slip it over your head and pull the straps to secure
Number one
it.
available, starting engine number
Inflate
2.
the vest by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tube. In the event of an evacuation, please leave your luggage on board and proceed to the nearest exit. Our aircraft has 2 emergency exits at the front and 2 at the rear. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. Thank you for your attention and we wish you a pleasant flight. After our meal service, I will come around selling articles from the Holi-Abel-Day shop. Captain, the cabin is ready for departure.
Roger, thank you, Erica.
Welcome, Captain. Ready
Good.
for the next steps.
Alright, we'll now play the official Abel Jets Virtual Group safety briefing video as always, folks. Bring up the IFV and the video. Number 2 is still spooling up. It's still going through the what's it called?
Hello
the
everyone,
BRM
Falcon from
rotor
Abel Jets Group. Welcome
altering
on board one
phase
our
of the
aircraft that
CFM
is
leap.
part of our
Alright, there it
3,000
goes.
airplane strong fleet.
Number 2
We're
available.
glad to be your airline for your flight
Clear that
today.
ECAM.
Before we take off, please watch the safety briefing video that will be provided by our cabin
Please.
crew. Enjoy.
Let's try checklist. Oh yeah, we haven't even set the takeoff trim. Should be here.
In
Hello.
2013, when we made this
Mostly
airline, we
CG,
included
current
safety as our highest priority.
sorry, 31
All
point.
aircraft already equipped with safety devices such as seatbelt, oxygen
Sorry
mask,
about
and life
here.
vest. In accordance with the
Really flight control
International
check,
Civil
ready, on my
Aviation
side.
Organization, seatbelt shall
Pull
be
up.
used when in flight. So
down,
whenever the
neutral.
seatbelt sign is lit,
Full left. Full right.
please fasten
Neutral,
your seatbelt by
British.
inserting the plastic
Full
tube
left.
bubble. And tighten
Right.
by pulling the strap.
Neutral.
You can
Flight
undo your
control check
seatbelt by
is
pressing the
complete.
buttons.
After start checks, please. NCR is not required. ECAM status normal. Reach trim 31.5%. Rudder trim 3 and 0.
Welcome to Abel Maintenance
Sorry, after start
Facility.
checklist
The
is
MF
complete.
is the world's leading in maintaining aircraft. We have this big
This is
hangar
parking
which
brakes.
able to accommodate up to 8
Outside
jumbos and
changes.
380
Brake
at
check
any
there.
time.
Pressure 0.
This is the proof that we never jeopardize safety. Also, we change the life jacket
So-
whenever an aircraft is entering our facility.
British Traffic Speedbird 463, lining up, rolling departure, runway 14 left. British Traffic.
With the traffic, Holiday 72 Golf now taxiing to runway 14 via Delta India 3, Delta 2, Sierra 3,
In the event of
to
emergency
Alpha 17
landing,
holding
please
total
take a moment to
Lima
locate
Charlie
your life
for runway
jacket.
14.
It will be below
traffic.
your seat, under the seat in front of you, or under the bed for first class passenger. To use the life jacket, simply take your life jacket, put it over your head,
Go.
pass the
And as
strap
per
around your
other,
waist,
sorry,
grip
all
the front
aircraft
and
with
tighten it. There's a red tab
CFM
and
LEAP
mouth
engines.
for inflation, and whistle to attract attention. Please inflate your life jacket.
The aircraft
after
rolls
leaving
on
the
idle power.
aircraft.
I think it's down Manchester.
There's Lalu.
Whenever the aircraft loses the oxygen pressure, a mask will drop from above. Put it on your
Alright,
nose
safety
and tighten the
checklist, flight
strap.
control check,
Oxygen
flaps
will flow
config
when
1
you
plus
brake.
air radar and
Secure your
predictive
mask
fuel
first before
systems.
assisting others.
On and auto. Check. Engine mode selector on normal. ECAM memo static boy. Takeoff config. Okay.
In
We'll wait for the
2020,
cabin
with the world Leaders in aviation by
Clear
number
up.
of aircraft by over 3,000 airframe divided
We
into
are
more
left
than
in
10
here on the
child
next one.
companies, including the Abel Pixel, Abel SAR, Abel Cosmos, Intercontinental, and many more. Also in 2020, we were the first to introduce the innovation of first Abel Jets living room, Abel Premium Economy, Abel Business, Abel First Class, and Abel Suite.
Speedbird 460, clear out runway 14 left, passing 5,500 feet. Final message, see ya.
Before we depart,
Have a safe
please
flight.
make sure all baggage is secured on the overhead cabin or under the seat in front of you. Since we made safety our
Should
priority,
be
smoking isn't allowed on any
just
part of
crossing
the aircraft.
the long
Please
taxiway here.
board the aircraft.
Next, sorry, behind the runway there.
Your aircraft is equipped with a life raft.
14
in
right
case of
should be somewhere around there.
emergency water landing.
That's
Please take a
terminal
moment to identify your
1,
nearest
I suppose,
emergency
just next to
exit.
the hangar.
The cabin
I
crew
don't know
is
if you folks
pointing
can
it out.
see it, but somewhere around there. Okay.
We are now nearing our departure time. Please
Make
switch
sure
your
that
mobile
we
devices
are
into
not
airplane
going too
mode now.
fast
If you
here.
do have any questions, feel free to ask them to our cabin crew. They will be more than glad to help
Cabin
you
will
out.
take off the blue.
Thank you for choosing
Cabin
us,
is ready.
and thank you
Exactly
for keeping our
56
dreams aloft.
Going
Have a
back
very
line up.
pleasant flight.
Just going over the threshold of 14 right there.
Roger, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Should be Lima Charlie, yeah, turn right here. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Lima Charlie. This is the Cat 2 and 3 holding point, which we don't need, considering that it's a very sunny day. Up here, make sure that no one's coming in or landing by any chance. Also remove the safety briefing video. That'll do. Alright. Checking in on VATSIM radar.
Madrid traffic,
coming in.
easy 250, taxi to runway 14 right via Sierra 3, Mike 14, and Juliet to holding point Lima Bravo, Madrid traffic.
Good. Watch your traffic, holiday 72 Golf now landing up on runway 14 right by Lima Charlie. Watch your traffic. Okay, roll in. Or roll out rather. Cabin crew, take seats for departure please.
Okay, Captain, I'll check the water pressure for the crew.
What? Cabin crew, take seats for the takeoff please.
Okay, Captain, cabin crew, take seats for departure.
There she goes. Watch your traffic. Holiday 72 Golf now departing out of runway 14 right via the Charlie Charlie Sierra 20 departure, Madrid traffic.
Safe flight.
You too, thank you. Start rolling, start chrono.
Traffic evidence 6274 runway 18 right.
Stabilize, set to course. Man flex 65 SRS. Alpha thrust blue. $100 knots. Headwind. V1, rotate. Suddenly becoming a crosswind there. Positive climb, gears coming up. Nav. And off we go to Madeira, ladies and gentlemen, in the FlyByWire A32NX, flying for Holi-Abel-Day. Climb. First climb. 31 knots of crosswind there. Let's inform Lalu. S speed. Thumbs up. Towards knots.
Madeira traffic is 250 now, line up and with runway 14 right, Madrid.
Yep, lalu hati-hati pas take off, ada heavy crosswind on departure. Sorry, departure-nya headwind, tapi begitu kamu rotate langsung tato jadi crosswind nanti.
Sip. Terima kasih banyak infonya.
Roger. A rather steep climb angle there, ladies and gentlemen. Fortunately, we are flying a fly-by-wire aircraft. I mean, a fly-by-wire powered aircraft, not the developer, but the actual flight control system for the aircraft itself. Means that the aircraft remembers the nose attitude that I left her at, which means we don't need. I don't need to constantly trim the aircraft, unlike some other older airliners. That's it. Almost reaching 10,000, we'll fire up the autopilot. Everyone's coming on. Lights can come out. Cast set to blue.
Dear guests, we have now reached a safe altitude, and the use of electronic devices is now permitted. Also enjoy our onboard Wi-Fi service. After our meal service,
level 310, considering that we don't have any GC around.
Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight.
Madeira traffic AZ250 now departing of runway 14 right via Charlie Charlie Sierra for Bravo departure, Madrid.
Approaching 13,000 feet, that's standard. Passing flight level 130. Now that is check tone 1 and 2. Should be good. We got traffic inbound, folks, on the TCAS. And all of a sudden, we'll continue monitoring the aircraft before anything bad happens. You know, should be safe by now from the altitude difference there. And off we go to Madeira, ladies and gentlemen, for about 2 hours and 20 minutes of flight time. And now into the stream. Lalo's also airborne by the looks of it.
Madeira traffic AD250 airborne pattern 3700, this is final call Madeira.
About 800-mile journey by the looks of it. On the other hand, folks, in case that you've just joined us in this live stream this evening, please kindly hit the like button on the live stream. It will help us to grow the YouTube channel and the community that is supporting it, as well as to just go with the usual YouTube algorithm. Share your thoughts down beneath in the live chats, as well as in the comment section once this live stream has concluded. You can also share this live stream with your friends and colleagues in case that you want to share our journey in the white blue together. And if you haven't done so, please also kindly subscribe to the Abel Jets Virtual Group YouTube channel for free. And don't forget to hit the bell just right next to the subscribe button so you'll not miss any future contents that we will make in the YouTube channel. On the other hand, in case that you want to support us financially, you can also head over to our Sushi Bars page at www.sushibars.com/Abel Jets Group, or alternatively, you can also scan the QR code that is provided on the left hand side of the live stream and any sorts of financial donations, even the smallest ones, are greatly appreciated. Some perks include your name being listed on the running text beneath and others which you can check by yourselves on our social bus page. Again, it's at www.socialbus.com/Abel Jets Group, or alternatively you can scan the QR code on the left hand side of the live stream. With that concludes the PA for the climb/cruise phase of this evening's live stream. Hope you are enjoying it so far as we make ourselves southwest to Madeira. Iya, Cap, lalu emang kenceng tadi. Begitu rotate langsung kena angin kan? Langsung crosswind.
Iya, makanya harus agak di roll kanan dikit.
Iya itu. Lucunya nggak tahu ya itu, tapi wind indikatornya si pesawat kan headwind kan, tapi begitu rotate langsung tok-tok crosswind gitu.
Ya, aku tadi awalnya juga dia headwind sih sebenarnya, tapi karena info dari dirimu aku langsung agak kasih info kanan dikit.
Anjay, Mas Rusdi sigap, luar biasa, keren banget. Aku malah kaget tadi. So what we've just experienced there, folks. During the takeoff roll, as you might see, you might saw, we had some pretty good headwinds helping us to rotate off the runway. But suddenly, just seconds after getting airborne, the headwind suddenly turned into a crosswind from the right, about 20-ish knots, which is quite strong. Which is why we were thrown around quite a little bit after rotation. About 2 hours of flight time remaining towards Madeira. Not a rather long stream. A short one as well. Aduh Pak, ini headwind juga kenceng ini di sini, 48 knot Pak. Pantesan kok cruising altitude-nya cuma dikasih 31.000 feet.
Iya kan kita belok kanan tadi, crosswind-nya dari kanan kan bener?
Dari kanan langsung jadi ini sekarang dia headwind. Yes, ku cuma 400 knot loh ini. Because the Charlie Sierra we are about 100 miles or so.
Ya, expected delay arrival berapa menit?
Itulah. Cabin's pressurizing, 350 feet per minute. Temperature's looking good. Delta P 7 psi. Clear skies, no need for anti-ice nor de-icing systems. Good all the way around.
Meternya Madeira variabel wind 6 knot doang sih, nggak terlalu kencang.
Kalau nggak ada ATC mau ambil runway 05 nggak? Yang dia muter itu.
Standby. Kalau muter dari sisi kiri ya Anda turn right gitu.
Iya, coba cari flight namanya Tango Alpha X-ray 24 Romeo Charlie, itu dia lagi mau kayak gitu tuh, mau muter ke kanan buat 05.
Siap.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached cruising altitude on Holi-Abel-Day, flight 72 Golf, departing from Madrid and flying to Madeira. We will now begin our snack and drink service. Today, we have some delightful options, including our savoury cheese rolls and refreshing beverages. After our
Porto
service,
is
I will
currently
come back
online.
selling articles from the Holi-Abel-Day shop.
Just
Thank
try
you for
to
your
tune in
attention.
to their
Enjoy your flight.
or their frequency rather. Fortunately folks, my mouse again is currently having some issues with the tracking speed, which hopefully in a few seconds it could resolve itself. This is just weird. Alright, there we go. Got my mouse back. Pak, ada senter nyala gak sih? Itu LETB itu kayaknya Spanyol deh.
Tapi kita nggak dapet.
Oh, Barcelona only ya?
Sebentar.
Lah, disconnect lagi dia.
LECB bukannya di belakang kita ya?
Oh, ini online lagi. Barcelona ya?
Iya, Barcelona belakang kita.
Oh ya, harusnya nggak dapet. The Barcelona controls just went online there. Oh, dia kayaknya ngendaliin Palma juga soalnya. Palma rame tuh, Lepa itu. Porto, Portugal, 124305.
Seru tuh 05, lumayan short final ya.
Iya, muter itu pak.
Ya kalau nggak ada ADC gas-gas aja.
Rock and roll. Traffic behind us.
Runway and use 35. Transmission level 50. Wind to 80 degrees, 7 series between 2 degrees and 3.
Oh, that's just Lalu.
Visibility 10 kilometers. Cloud. Standard to 6,000 feet. Temperature 2.16 QNH 1014. Acknowledge information alpha.
How about one?
Further exclamation mark on airport is southbound.
240
Expect LEMD approach. Runway. U28. Transition
It's
level
for Lima Foxtrot Romeo.
Clearance. CTC 118.580. Wind 310 degrees 1 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. cloud. View at 2,500 feet, temperature 29, 221 status QNH 1013. Acknowledging. Information Alpha.
Alicante is coming online as well.
Aero ramp for British Alpha. 1300. Accept ILS approach. Runway 28. Transition level 55. Air traffic control clear. CTC ground 118. 580. Wind 310 degrees 15 knots.
Should be good. Alright, we are in the cruise phase now. We head along to Madeira this afternoon. Hope you folks are enjoying the live stream so far. Ini jam-jamnya Eropa bangun soalnya bang.
Jam berapa ini? Jam 2 ada.
Zulu time-nya jam inilah jam 1 ya jam 2 kalau CEST ya mungkin ya. Maroko tuh nyala juga tuh satu negara tuh. Bahaya dirimu sambil ini ke tesis itu ya.
Iya, menyiksa laptop sedikit.
Perkara sulit, kasihan laptopnya bang.
Aman sih. Ini pakai AC juga kok nggak tahu panas.
Siap. Got some traffic surrounding us, but it looks a bit, but fortunately still no ATC centers coming online within our region. The nearest control center that is online is currently Barcelona Center, but it's only covering Palma and the nearby islands. Not necessarily Barcelona on itself. Jakarta terang benderang tuh bang.
Gimana?
Jakarta terang benderang.
Iya, buka gabungan sama Singapura dan Malaysia.
Rame bro. Alright folks, as usual.
Sampai Thailand tuh nyala ke atas.
Oh ya, jir minus Vietnam aja. Kambodia nyala juga loh pak. Oh event deh kayaknya ini kalau Kambodia sama Vietnam sama Thailand, makanya nyala semua. Lihat aja itu VVTS itu ramenya pol. Vietnam's being lit up here, folks. Lots of traffic coming in and out of Bangkok, Thailand, and Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam.
Bang, aku ambil sesuatu ke gerbang dulu ya.
Aman aja bang. Alright folks, as usual, I need to go to the loo for a minute or two. If there is anything that goes out of the ordinary, please do let me know. I'll be monitoring the live chat through my phone. Fingers crossed nothing bad will happen. You know, just as a safety precaution there. I shall see you guys in the next couple of minutes. Hope you're enjoying the flight so far. Sorry for my absurd voice this evening. It's just I need some more water, I suppose. Alright, see you guys in a couple of minutes. Fingers crossed we'll be having some, we'll get some ATC, but you know, if we don't then so be it, it's alright.
3250, get the cockpit.
Alright folks, I am back in the flight deck. Fortunately, nothing bad has happened so far. We're still cruising at flight level 310 as we head over towards Madeira this evening. Still no ATC sensors online, by the looks of it. Should be leaving the western coast of Portugal in a couple of minutes from our current position here. Should be heading towards the Atlantic Ocean on the next 5 to 10 minutes. Then will be open ocean all the way down to Madeira this afternoon. You can see on the right hand side of our left hand side of our aircraft there's a contrail from a nearby EasyJet aircraft by the looks of it, flying from Gatwick to Fuerteventura. Flying over the coast of Portugal now, heading into the Atlantic Ocean. Currently registering a ground speed of 440 knots, which is a good improvement. About an hour to go. if we go into the dark blue of the Atlantic Ocean. there's not much to look now, is it, folks? We are well into the Atlantic now. To the white blue we go. Still about an hour to go before we arrive at Madeira's Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport.
kanan kita ada 3 traffic yang mau ke tujuan sama.
Oh iya benar juga lagi. Dilihat ntar mereka approach 23 apa 05 ya? Alright folks, let's plan for our arrival, I suppose. Just to, you know, do some things whilst we are cruising. So yeah, we are expecting runway 05 for now, because it has got pretty good winds by the looks of it. 3 knots, finish 1019. Do the RNF Zulu approach by the looks of it. RNPA. RNP Zulu LP. It's the authorization required one for Soviet. Let's assume that we are authorized to do so. In the box. So put it into our view as well, our rifles. And the RNF Zulu runway 05. Via the Raccoon 1 Papa Star. the Philip transition. Philip. Good. You can set that into the view and cross-check through the FMC. Sorry, through the ND. There goes our flight plan, and the turn into runway 05 as well. If people are indeed taking runway 05 this afternoon. You should get about 13 knots of headwind now. It has died down a little bit from previously about 40-ish knots. Unfortunately, we cannot input some custom fixed rings for the situational awareness, but yeah, so be it. It's a freeway aircraft. Can't really complain there. Estimating with 4.3 tons of fuel remaining on touchdown, or on arrival rather. The secondary is not being used. Right now, forward now. About 306 miles from TOD. Just somewhere on there. Rame ya Pak ini ke Madeira.
Yes, rame tadi. Sebelah kanan kita semua. Arrival time-nya juga kayaknya mirip-mirip dah.
Perkara sulit. Ini TAP Air Portugal A330neo, dia ambil 05 tuh.
Ya.
About 2 hours into the stream now, ladies and gentlemen. Now halfway through our journey this evening. Nanti itu holdingnya dipilih bang, kalau waktu approach misalnya gantian satu-satu itu holdingnya dipilih biasanya.
mobilin ya.
Yoi. By the looks of it, folks, we will be experiencing some holding patterns over Bilim, just like in the just like the last time I flew here with Aldo Babir and the other crewmates. We were, instructed to hold up a Bilim for about half an hour, considering the amount of traffic that I flew to Madeira back then. Fortunately, this time we've loaded an extra 13 minutes worth of holding fuel, so that we can hold, hopefully at, how to phrase this, we can hold up to 30 minutes, but hopefully we will not need to hold for that much, for that long. Hi Erica, just checking in the conditions in the cabin. Are things alright as far as we are going?
Hello, Captain. Everything is alright in the cabin. Passengers seem comfortable and the crew is ready for the service. Thank you for checking in.
There she goes. There goes the contrails of the other traffic that are flying into Madeira this afternoon rather. You know what, folks, I've just received a notification from Steve that Thomas Cook 221 is firing up Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We'll see if he suddenly appears somewhere in Madeira. There goes the left-hand CFM LEAP 1A engine with the beautiful chocolate. About 45 minutes run, 3/4 of an hour to go. Before we arrive into Madeira this evening or this afternoon. Let's review the arrival chart, shall we? Before we arrive into Madeira this afternoon. Take us the aforementioned William holding point, which is the clearance limit before we before we can proceed to either take the approach into runway 05 or 23 accordingly. Check the weather. It's not gusting, fortunately. It's variable 3 knots. The airport is rather simple in terms of taxiway layout, just like Bali. Just taxiway Alpha, Bravo and Charlie, that's all. folks, I'm back in the flight deck. See how far are we currently from the TOD. Oops. Which is about 120 miles. And 20 miles per hour top of descent there, ladies and gentlemen. And people do seem to take runway 05 for approach. And we've got Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, flying an intercontinental airline 737 MAX 8 from Madeira to Ponta Delgada by the looks of it. Which hopefully will be him on the ground. We'll have to see. Company calling.
Go ahead, company 555.
Kok mulai rame ya, Cap? Yang arrive 4 gak sih? Apa 5 ini?
Ya 5 bang, di belakang kita juga ada.
Perkara sulit. Alright, let's fill in the box, shall we?
Ada 6 bang.
Bahaya. We're there with a request for their H1019 approaches 25 with some variable at 3 knots.
Sih kita set UN 4 dan 5 tuh kayaknya.
Okay. 3.
Kecuali ada yang nyerobot sih, nggak tahu ya.
Nah itu dia. Just put a headwind of 1.5 knots, or 2 knots rather. 250. Sorry, 050 at 2. Transition altitude. (5,000 feet). Minimums will be 520 plus 40 makes it 560 feet. Go, flaps full for landing. Let's set auto brake slow. Or rather, I think auto brake medium. No, we'll just use slow for now. Then switch to manual braking if required. Alright folks, let's do the arrival briefing, shall we? So, you have control. Right, for our arrival into Madeira this afternoon, we will be taking the Raccoon 1 Papa arrival. Expecting probably 05 for the arrival itself. Non-air procedure, as you can see. Speed limits max 280 knots between flight level 245 and flight level 100, max 250 knots at or below flight level 100, 220 knots at or below flight level 070, and max 200 knots at or below 4,000 feet. And this is the Pilim holding point, which is our clearance limit at 3,000 feet, the minimum holding altitude that is. Maximum 230 knots at flight level 100. We'll be flying from Raccoon, then to Mike Alpha 554, then to the clearance limit of Pilim. There we will be commencing some boarding if required. The MSA around the Pilim waypoint is 2,000 feet on the northwestern side, and 10 nautical miles to the east and southeast up to the 10 miles from the Pilim waypoint. Beyond that it's 3,000 feet, and then on the western side of the aerodrome it's 8,200 due to high terrain surrounding the airport. We'll be taking the RNP Zulu authorization required approaching to runway 05 this afternoon. Final approach course will be 049 with a platform altitude of 2,000 feet. Minimums we'll discuss about that later, and the MSA around the Pilim waypoint we've discussed about that. In case of a misapproach we'll climb to 3,000 feet to Monek, as you can see there, via Mike Alpha 550, 552, 554, and then Monek join holding or directed, which hopefully is already included in the aircraft's FMC. We have a misapproach with communications failure. We'll be squawking 7600 standard from the 3000 to Monek via 550, 552, 554, and Monek join holding to make one complete holding pan 3000. Then you perform the RNP Yankee bit of the Zulu approach. Transition level is by ATC, but because we don't have any for now, we'll just use 5,000 feet as you can see there. Take us our routing from Pilim, 3,000 feet, then to Mike Alpha 528, 2,000 feet, to the initial fix of 526, maximum 195 knots. Then at 522, 160 knots, and 520, 502. 520, 504, then all the way to the touchdown point, as you can see. Curved tracks there onto runway, into runway 05. Caution, visual segment surface penetrated. The wind limitations here, we are approaching from runway 05. For the wind conditions are mild. 3 knots of variable winds with no gusts as far as we are speaking, which is good. It's a 3-degree glide path all the way to touchdown, which is standard. As you can see, the minimums we will be taking this one, the RNP 0.1, 520 feet plus 40 makes it 560 feet of MDA, the minimum decision altitude. The RVRs for us today for category C aircraft is 1,700 feet, which is normal. We'll then try to vacate via Bravo, then into apron A, to the parking stands later on. And these are the wind limitations for the runway, this is for takeoff, not required then. Or for go round rather, 25 knots from the northeast there. For as I've said earlier, the wind conditions are relatively mild this afternoon. Primary threats for this afternoon's landing, this afternoon's arrival, will be terrain on the northern side of the aerodrome, as well as the non-standard approach, which is an RNP authorization required approach into runway 05. Crosswinds are also expected, as well as some costs that are maybe not, reported. Wind shear is also prevalent at the airport, which we'll need to take consideration of, as well as the amount of traffic that are coming into Madeira this afternoon. It's a pretty busy skies by the looks of it. Besides any of those, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns, Cynthia? No? Alright, that should complete the arrival briefing then. Just about 70 miles from our TOD there. 66 rather. We'll definitely need to slow down so that we can clear the 2E aircraft, the 2E 737 MAX just on our right Sorry, just on our right hand side there. Flying from Düsseldorf to Madeira. I'll just slow down now, I suppose. Gap lalu aku slowing down ya.
Ya, flowing to berapa knot, Pak?
Mach decimal 73.
Oke, copy 73.
Go. There goes the contrails of the TUI 737 MAX that I've just talked about.
Ya, kananmu itu dekat banget soalnya.
Iya, makanya ngerem ini.
Oke, aku juga slow down Mach 73 ya.
EasyJet di kananmu juga ngerem itu kayaknya. Aku further slowing down to Mach decimal 71 ya, Cap.
Roger.
Initial descent, let's just do level 130 for now. Making sure that the autopilot disconnect button works. Unlike in the previous live stream where the toggle for disconnecting the autopilot did not work on the Phoenix A321, which you probably saw yesterday. Not yesterday, sorry, 2 days ago rather. Got the Sierra November Tango VOR on C.
Man separation aman nggak, Pak?
Aman.
Oke, aku increase speed to decimal 80 until 10 miles separation.
Tapi gak tau ya, nanti kamu kayaknya dapat holding film sih kalau 10 miles. Soalnya dari film itu clearance limit, Bang.
Oke, until 20 lah, 20 miles mungkin.
That 2 is definitely accelerating now. About 20 miles from TOD, ladies and gentlemen.
Company calling.
Selamat malam Bapak Siahaan.
Selamat malam bapak-bapak.
Kok tiba-tiba terbang tuh Ben?
Tadi emang mau terbang. Cuma itu tadi di luar.
Para sulit. Thank you, the corporate president of Abel Jets Virtual Group. Dia di Madeira Pak, mau terbang keluar ke Ponta Delgada dia.
Saya nunggu transitan.
Oh ya, penumpang transitan dari 2 flight ini ya?
Iya.
Ngawur sih. Reaching TOD. Hi Erica, just want to let you know that we will be starting our initial descent to Madeira in about 3 minutes. Can you please prepare the cabin for arrival? Thank you.
Okay, Captain. Preparing the cabin for descent now.
There she goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting our initial descent to Madeira in about 3 minutes. Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and your seats are in the upright position. Thank you.
We will use BS for a moment. Just to, make the descent slightly smoother, shall I say. Do it now. Speed. Manage to descend. Check speed mode.
Deck, ladies and gentlemen. As we have noticed, we have begun
some cloud layers, but the weather reports indicate that the weather's quite good down there.
Return to your seat. We ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
We are almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Relatively on profile as far as we are speaking now, ladies and gentlemen. Runway 05 is currently active. That too is further slowing down. Increase our speed now. .1019 wasn't it? The gauge. Some cloud layers, which is not included in the TAF or meter. Where did that 2 we go? Alright, he's well ahead of us by some point. go 10 to 10,000 feet. I think this guy is aiming for runway 23 instead of 05, this 2E aircraft. Help the aircraft to decelerate again. There goes Pilim. Stand by for hold there. On the train. Yeah, he's aiming for 2-3. Lower 10 to 240. Down to 4,000. Feet. Pause the music for arrival. Roger, thank you, Erica. Madeira traffic, holiday 72 Golf is expecting the RNP Zulu authorization required for runway 05, currently about 7 miles from waypoint Mike Alpha 534. Madeira traffic.
Traffic runway 305, 10 miles out, runway 23, Madeira traffic.
Back to edge speed. Set the approach phase. Confirm. Flight 230 for now. Right, set QNH 1019. Passing 6,800 feet, packed on 1, 2, and 3. Approach checklist please, paragraph 101 set seatbelts on, minimums 560 feet, auto brakes, low arm, engine mode selector normal, approach checklist is complete. Back in. Going over film now into Mike Alpha 505. Checking our speeds there. Maximum 19. Oh, okay, those are the maximum speeds. We should be fully configured by 526 there. The aircraft is decelerate here. Flaps 1 please. Once we check flaps 1. We actually use the approach. Alternate glide slope. For now, that is.
Company calling. Go ahead, company. Ini emang runway-nya take off itu dari 23. Iya.
Terserah pilot sih kayaknya.
2, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, speed.
Madeira traffic is
Cabin crew, seats for landing, please.
reaching Pilim and
That's the airport.
one turn holding at Pilim and expected for LMD Zulu runway 05, Madeira.
Take seats for landing.
Madeira traffic to Liner 2 Jets 305 vacated 32.
Roger, thank you. Ups 2. Speed.
$2,500.
Roger. Down, that's 3. Sound.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Full. Cabin crew, seats for landing, please. Landing checklist, decam memo, letting the blue, landing checklist is complete. Airport. Madeira traffic, Holiday 72 Golf now on right base line for RNP Zulu approach into runway 05, Madeira traffic. Oops, wrong frequency folks.
Madeira traffic easy 26 Tango Foxtrot overhead to LEM for the RMD Alpha 05.
Madeira traffic, Holiday 72 Golf is now on right base line for RNP Zulu approach into runway 05, Madeira. Disconnecting autopilot, I have control of this aircraft. Speed. There goes the curved approach path lights. Madeira traffic, Holiday 72 Golf, short final runway 05, Madeira. Take us runway. Open afstutter.
$1,000.
Okay. You sure?
$100 above. Minimum
Continue.
500. $400. $300. $200, $100, $50, $40, $30, $20, $10, $5.
Down, speed picks up. Sorry, spoilers. Grey screen. Accelerating. -60 knots. Minus 104 feet per minute. That's not bad at all. Water brake off. Let's take it here.
Captain Faza Abel and First Officer Cynthia Schmidt, along with the entire crew, say goodbye to our passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Madeira. Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Holi-Abel-Day, Flight 72 Golf. Arriving at Madeira International Airport, Cristiano
Madeira traffic,
Ronaldo
runway 05 has been
Madrid.
vacated, Madeira.
We have just landed, and the current local time in Madeira is 1:15 p.m. Please
That
remain seated with your
was
seatbelts
cool, ladies and
fastened
gentlemen.
until we reach our final
Bloody
parking
gave you.
position. Thank you for flying with us today. Did you know that Madeira is known for its stunning landscapes and is often referred to as the Pearl of the Atlantic? We hope you enjoy your time here.
There she goes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Madeira International Airport. Sorry, Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport in Madeira. Okay, so jet to A321. On the right now.
Finals, follow 05.
There goes an easy jet on short funnel. See you there.
Traffic, 3Jet7 Alpha, Juliet position Alpha 08, when clear of traffic on the ramp, pushing back, facing west, Madeira traffic.
There goes the 2E that is pushing back. Park ourselves next to the pharmacy here. Take a look at that. Alpha 03 will take. He's wiggling his hands, as you can see there. Jittery rather. Alright. Down we go. Top chrono, APU is armed. Flaps are still down, funnily enough. After landing checks, radar and predictive measures off. After landing checks complete. There goes ourselves, folks. Safe and sound at Madeiras Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport. Gate number Alpha 03, that is. Alright, flaps are up. Alright, we are on APU power. Let's cut off the engines now. Check the spark brakes, set engines off, wheel lights off.
Portugal 90.
That's the longest I've ever heard in the VATSIM. Fuel pumps are off, all, sorry, yellow electric pumps off. Parking checklist is complete. Set the chocks and the GPU as well. DOAT, 25 degrees centigrade, will leave the APU running for a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Madeira International Airport, Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport in Madeira. And there goes Thomas in the Intercontinental Airways 737 MAX 8, as you can see. We'll wait for Lalu.
Madeira traffic 2 Jet 7 Alpha, Juliet taxi, holding for the runway 05 via Alpha.
We'll now wait for Lalu. Fly on EasyJet A320neo he is. So arrive at BC Airport, ladies and gentlemen. You can see here. Quite a lot of traffic coming in and out.
Madeira traffic is 250 now, make up for final right downwind runway 05 Madeira.
Madeira traffic 2 Jet 7 Alpha Juliet, holding short, runway 05, waiting for arriving traffic.
Just Lalu. Let's move our camera slightly towards runway 05, shall we? We can see Lalu's approach.
305 pushing back out of and IFA 05 managed traffic.
Just doing that, let's just connect the disconnect the APU and power down the APU as well. Wait for Lalu's approach into Madeira, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we can plane spot him. This is a rather nice POV. Let's just take some screenshots. There we go. Take us our passengers deporting the A320neo and into the transfer bus. Just wait for Lalu. He's on a base leg turn now, followed by a Norwegian Air Shuttle 737-800.
Madeira traffic EG250, shop on runway 05.
Madeira traffic, 307 Alpha Juliet behind, arriving easy A320neo, lining up and backtrack on runway 05.
Cristiano Ronaldo International, Madeira, Air Portugal 90 Echo Hotel is taxiing holding point Charlie, I believe, runway 05 in sequence.
Madeira traffic 305, taxiing via Alpha to holding point Charlie, Madeira traffic.
But wasn't this the TUI that just landed before us? He's already heading back towards Düsseldorf by the looks of it. Take us Lalu, ladies and gentlemen. In the EasyJet A320neo. Aligned with the runway there. Just flying pretty behind the intercontinental tail as well as the Holi-Abel-Day tails. Over the threshold. Down he goes. Speed picks up. Missing that taxiway, unfortunately. We'll need to backtrack by the looks of it. Someone's on a short one, let's just inform Lalu. Yep, lalu backtrack at current position aja, ada yang short final.
Easy 250, are you clear of the runway?
Negative, we are making turn now for checking the runway.
Tuh Norwegian kayaknya ini sih, dia go around sih. Alright folks, fortunately Lalu is still there. Yeah, he needs to do a high-speed taxi out. There's that too, he's on the runway, and there's a Norwegian 738.
Rame banget antriannya ya.
Yoi, makanya ini Norwegian go around sih kataku sih.
Madeira traffic.
Ini mau buat nggak bisa ada.
Madeira.
7 Alpha, Juliet. Baru masuk penumpangmu, Pak.
Perkara sulit. Boarding's complete. And off he goes, and that TUI, ladies and gentlemen!
Madeira traffic, Portugal 117 just past Pilem,
TUI's rolling.
You can continue approach.
Okay, that TUI's rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if the Norwegian 738 will continue their approach. The TUI's rolling.
Madeira traffic, Juliet 7 Alpha, Juliet airborne.
He's airborne, ladies and gentlemen. That is insane. That guy's airborne. What about that TUI? Sorry, that.
305 lining up in backtrack.
Holy moly! And down he goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Walah ini scenery nge-lag banget dah.
Lihat guys, itu Norwegian landing tuh gak ada selisih 30 detik sama TUI-nya take off anjir.
Heavy traffic guys.
Heavy traffic.
Ini pushback aja nggak bisa so.
Anggap aja Bali tapi bandaranya lebih kecil. Ladies and gentlemen, the separation between the two aircraft there, ladies and gentlemen, that was just like voice flight. Itu uratnya panas sih pilot Norwegian itu yang di belakangnya lalu.
305 taking off so 5.
That was insane, ladies and gentlemen. There's another TUI departing out of the airport now. Full length departure by the looks of it. Pak Thomas, kamu udah announce pushback kah?
Iya, aku pushback. Nyempil.
Di Uni kamu udah announce?
Oh iya, lupa.
There goes the other TUI.
Kebanyakan natap VATSIM radar.
There goes the other TUI departing. 05.
Madeira traffic, I forgot my username, call sign again. Portugal 90 Echo Hotel is lining, backtrack and line up runway 05, Madeira.
There goes the other TUI.
Der Portugal 1717 now on downwind 705.
There's another one on downwind.
305 is airborne.
2 jets airborne. Ada yang ini nih, udah base lag lagi nih 05 nih. Heavy traffic guys.
Wah, ini scenery berat banget sih.
Diratain kiri aja pak grafiknya pak. Aku grafiknya rata-rata settingannya medium sama low.
Madeira traffic runner 69 Mike, pushback from
selalu.
08.
Pak Thomas announce taxi, Pak Thomas. Jacob selalu. Shift and sound. Unfortunately, he said that the airport scenery was very laggy on his side. Did we forget to? No, we didn't.
Madeira traffic at Portugal 171 and turning Cathay to Geno runway 25. Madeira traffic resilient 762 taxiing and hot short runway 05. Madeira traffic.
Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport, Madeira.
Take us that's half A339 departing out of runway 05.
Taking off runway 05.
There it goes. Rotating and airball.
In the Portugal 171 not short final LMS.
Off we goes.
Traffic resilient 762 holding short runway 05. Madeira traffic.
Alright, let's move our camera quickly. There's A321 a short funnel.
Air Portugal 90 Echo Hotel.
He's just right there, ladies and gentlemen. Wah gila, separasi 30 detik lagi. Yeah, there goes. Harusnya aman sih Pak Thomas, nggak ada yang short final kok abis ini.
Madeira traffic resilient 762 landing up runway 05. Madeira traffic.
There it goes. Whoop!
Madeira traffic at
He
Portugal
just
171.
raced through the he just raced through the bridge there. Itu A321-nya dia tembus ininya, platform yang di atas laut itu, dia mendelep gitu jatuh ke bawah. Because Thomas in the Intercontinental Airlines 737 MAX 8.
Traffic runner 69 Mike, taxi to holding point runway 05.
It's been a pretty interesting evening by the looks of it. And it appears that no one is on short final, which is a good thing for Thomas.
Traffic kami sini.
Yoi.
Madeira traffic resilient 762 taking on runway 05. Madeira traffic.
Safe flight for Pak Thomas. This is Thomas folks for flight to Ponta Delgada in the Intercontinental Airways 737 MAX 8. The iFly 737 MAX 8 that is. Off he goes.
Madeira traffic runner 69er Mike backtrack and line up runway 05.
Off it goes. Heavy traffic guys. Ini tahu ada jet 2 aja nih di kiri udahan. See that? Oh, lots of people coming in here. That's insane. Alright folks, considering that there are no more arrivals into the airport this evening, I think we can slowly close off this evening's live stream.
Holi-Day udah jadi extra crew ke Portugal.
Perkara sulit.
Traffic a resilient 762 airborne passing 3500. Madeira traffic.
Jumpa lagi Pak Thomas.
Jumpa lagi.
Sampai jumpa bapak-bapak.
Alright folks, I think we can officially, not officially,
traffic banget gila.
Tadi loh, ada yang separation cuma 30 detik loh. 2 kali lagi. Coba aja di replay di streamnya tadi yang pas Norwegian landing sama TAP A320neo take off.
Itu gara-gara aku select di kelamaan, soalnya aku nggak bisa dapet, soalnya nge-lag banget.
YWS Pak Lalu. Alright folks, that's a lot of traffic. That's a lot of airliners on a small airport. Not necessarily small airport, but it's not that massive either. And we have no ATC. Alright, as I mentioned.
Pak Thomas, aku duluan ya, soalnya mau lanjutin kehidupan.
Siap, thank you very much Pak Lalu for flying alongside us this evening. Semangat selalu tesisnya, ditunggu kabar wisudanya. Semangat.
Thank you Pak Lalu.
Alright folks, with that I think we can slowly wind down this evening's live stream. Again, thank you very much for watching. First things first, I would like to deliver my gratitude to members of the evening's crew flight, namely Lalu, First Officer at Abel Jets Virtual Group, and Thomas Cook 221, Corporate President of the Abel Jets Virtual Group. Unfortunately, we did not have any ATC services this evening, but that's alright. At least the airport that we are arriving into, Madeira, that is very busy this afternoon. As you can see, there are lots of planes here around us, surrounding us this afternoon, which is always a good thing. If you are leaving us now, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to hit the like button on the live stream there to help us grow the YouTube channel. Share your thoughts down beneath in the live chat and the comment section as well once this live stream has ended. You can also share this live stream with your friends and colleagues in case that you want to share or discuss our adventures together in the white blue skies. If you haven't done so, please also kindly subscribe to the Abel Jets Virtual Group YouTube channel for free by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the bell just right next to the don't forget to ring the bell just right next to the subscribe button, so you'll not miss any future content that we will make. If you want to support us financially, you can also head over to our social bus page at www.socialbus.com/AbelJetsGroup, or alternatively, you can also scan the QR code that is provided on the left-hand side of the live stream. Any sorts of financial donations are greatly appreciated, with perks that you can check yourselves out through the Abel Jets Virtual Group social pass page. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can conclude this evening's live stream. Again, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are watching this live stream from. Stay healthy. Stay tuned in the Abel Jets Virtual Group YouTube channel for our next adventures in the white blue together. Oh, and before we actually terminate the stream, I forgot to dismiss Laura and her crewmates, so Erica and her crewmates. Let's just do that now. Hi Erica, just want to let you know that you've done an amazing job with your crewmates this afternoon. Thank you very much for your hard work, and I'm looking forward for our next adventures in the white blue skies together.
Abel, I appreciate your kind words. It's been a pleasure working with my crewmates, and we're all looking forward to our next adventure together.
There she goes. Alright folks, again, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy wherever you are. This is Rizzu Falcon from Abel Jets Virtual Group signing out. Thank you very much for keeping our creams aloft. We'll see you in the skies. And until that time comes, take care and bye bye for now. See ya.
It all started with a dream to connect the world, bring people closer together, as well as to diversify and unite the virtual skies. The day dawned crisp and clear at Honolulu International Airport. A maiden flight was going to take action.
Honolulu delivery, Able 100 at seating 01, with information Alpha requesting IFR clearance to Hilo. Able 100, Honolulu delivery, you are cleared to Hilo via Pole 3 departure, runway 04 left, squawk 1112.
Hilo ground, Able Link 221, ready to taxi.
Able Link 221, taxi link point runway 26 via Echo Alpha.
Taxi to link point runway 26 via Echo Alpha, Able Link 221.
Able 100, wind 22 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 right, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 right, Able 100.
Our founders have their legacy etched upon the horizon. Gaining wisdom from the past, it was then time for the next generations to put their own footprints and leave their legacy in the virtual skies. A new era was about to begin.
from all of us in flight simulation communities.
We are wishing Abel Jets Group
Happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Thank you for keeping our dreams aloft. Here's to another 10 years of making progress to connect the world. To the skies, stars, and what lie above all of them. Our real journey